My name is Samhal Gurmai. I am one of the local organizers here in the Denver community. We have been organizing protests and marches against the ongoing genocide happening in the northern part of Ethiopia called the Tigray region. I am from Tigray. Both my parents are from Hausen, which is a small village in Tigray.
Yeah, so why bring a protest here to Denver, the march and the rally?
Well, we have a community here of Tigrayans in Denver, Colorado. We actually have probably like one of the top 3 communities in the states of people who have migrated from Ethiopia. So most of us are actually first generation. I am first generation Tigrayan American. I am part of this community. I have been active in general, like against any type of oppression of people. I feel that, it is personal to me because it doesn't really matter where you're from. I feel like everybody deserves the right to live.
And so kind of share, I just learned about this on Monday myself.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of people that are completely clueless of what's going on. If someone just kind of share what is happening, how long it's been going on.
Okay. So it has been 11 months of this genocide happening in Tigray. So this happened last year, November 4th, and what happened is the Ethiopian government declared war on the region of Tigray, and they invited other countries to help them destroy, loot, kill, rape the people of Tigray. They were also hoping that they could do it in the dark, so there was a telecommunications blackout. There's no way in, there's no way out, there's no banking system. They have destroyed the crops, they have looted the hospitals, the universities, so essentially the plan was to kill the Tigrayans in the dark and hope that the rest of the world didn't find out. But I remember like small bits of information that I found was on Twitter within the first month. So the goal initially was if we could just raise as much awareness here in the U.S. with the privilege that we have, that we could help end the genocide as well as, save our families, because like I said, most of us are first generation. So I personally, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins are all there. My mom was actually there on a family vacation when the war started. So I had lost communication with her. We were speaking daily up until that week, and then communication was there was a blackout, so there was no more communication. And so that is when I began my personal efforts in contacting my local representatives in hopes that I could get her out because she was a U.S. citizen. And I did essentially after, I think it was 3 months, she was trapped in an active war zone. So she did witness a lot of the atrocities as well as looting, and she counted over 100 dead bodies in her village. So to me, it's very personal.
And what is the Ethiopian government saying about this? Or what are they trying to cover it up as?
Well, in the very beginning, they said that there was no war, that it was just a law enforcement operation, and that it would be over within a couple of days. So they didn't anticipate, I know they didn't anticipate it being this long, as well as getting this much coverage. And they had the United Arab Emirates come with drones to bomb people. So I think that they used chemically banned weapons as well. So I think that the hope was to, get away with everything. And so it was denial in the very beginning. And now it's become like hate speech, and it's become an essential war on Tigrayans all over Ethiopia, not just in Tigray. They have said that, Tigrayans don't deserve to live, that they are hyenas. There's so much hate speech, and they've even convinced Ethiopians here in the diaspora to justify this genocide that's been happening.
So what's next? I guess for you and for the movement to bring aid or help.
Even if the war was to stop today, right now the most concerning and pressing issue is that there is this famine that has been man-made, and 90% of Tigray is being starved. And it's not that we don't have food; it's that we don't have access. Like, we have been fundraising for months, so we have money that we've saved up that we can't even get there. There's UN workers who have also tried to deliver humanitarian aid, and there's just a complete blockade. So our number one priority right now is to feed our families, because it doesn't mean anything if we liberate our people and our land and our people, essentially, our families starve to death.
So tell me about the Tigrayn people a little bit.
The Tigrayn people, so there's so much history in it about Tigray in general. Like, it is the birthplace of Queen of Sheba. It is the first place in Africa to accept Islam and Christianity. It is, one of the earliest civilizations in the Bible. They are kind people of faith. We are very religious as well, and so our places of worship have also been bombed and destroyed. The African mosque has been destroyed. They massacred people in the holiest city called Oxley on one of the holiest days. So this is essentially a war on our heritage, and to exterminate. And I think the goal was to make us lose faith or to give up, and it has been the complete opposite. Even with the very limited communication in the beginning, when we were in touch with our families, they were just saying how surprised and overwhelmed they were that we were here fighting for them, that they didn't expect that they thought no one cared about them and that everyone left them in the dark to die. So yeah.
What do you love most about being Tigray?
I would say our unity and our people. That's our strength. Definitely growing up even in Denver, Colorado, it felt like little Tigray, because the community that we have, our cultures, our norms that we carry on. You would never guess that we were first generation, our language, all of it.
And what are you finding hopeful for?
I am hoping for justice for all of the Tigrayan people, and that the Ethiopian government, as well as all of the other invaders, be held accountable for their actions. I'm hoping that the world takes more action and doesn't say never again like past genocides, because that is what happens years later. People are going to say, oh, I had no idea, or I wish I would have known. So that was the goal. I just believed in the very beginning, if enough people knew that it would end, and that humanity comes first, and people would just naturally empathize with our region.
And just want to open the floor for anything else that you feel is important to share or tell or talk about afterwards.
I would say that no gesture or action is too small. So I know people are like, oh, well, I might not be able to donate. It's not only about donating. You can get online and you can sign petitions. We have almost daily Twitter campaigns that you can join. You can call your representatives. You can show up at a protest. You can help us tell the rest of the world what's going on, and not think that it doesn't apply to you.
And what is the Twitter spaces or handles? Or
you can hashtag Tigray Genocide, and then you can also go to omna.org for more resources as well.